I think we are live. Oh, we are live. This is amazing. Let me see who is going to come on. Who is going to come on? Welcome to my transmission today. Please put in the chat where you are watching from. I'm very curious about that. I'm actually living in Sweden, so I'm transmitting from Sweden. Where are you watching from? Please let me know in the chat. So today's transmission is going to be about 5 reasons busy moms need structure and not motivation. Okay? So let me start by saying that motivation, this word, motivation, a lot of people wait for motivation to start doing something, right? You're waiting to feel a certain way to start doing something. And especially when it comes to fitness, a lot of women wait for motivation to start working out or to start their fitness journey. Today, I want to let you know that we have been lied to. Motivation is not something you wait for. Motivation is something you activate. You activate motivation through movement. So if you're sitting down there and waiting for motivation to appear and then you start doing whatever you need to do, then you are going to wait forever because it's not going to come. Motivation is just a feeling. Think about the cloud. The cloud is moving, right? So motivation is the same way. It is going to be moving. Today you'll feel good about something, tomorrow you'll feel bad about the same thing. So motivation always changes. What sticks is structure. So if you have structure in whatever you're supposed to be doing, then you are good because structure is going to help you flow. Motivation is activated. You do not sit down and wait for motivation. You need to activate it. You need to move. When you're moving, that's when you feel motivated in doing whatever you're doing, and you get the momentum to continue and you feel good about it. All right. So, motivation is something that I have struggled with before. And this is when I started my fitness journey in 2014. I struggled with motivation. I was like you. I sat down, started to work out, and depended on how I felt from day to day. All right. So on Monday, I will feel great. So I'll go and work out. On Tuesday, I will feel great. I'll go and work out. By the time it's Friday, because I used to work out three to four times in a week. By the time it was Friday, I was supposed to go to do my workout. I'll be like, nah, today I'm not doing my workout because I don't feel good. I don't feel like it. I feel lazy today. So let me skip the workout. When you start skipping workouts, you are going to become inconsistent with your workouts. And the minute you become inconsistent with it, you are going to drop everything. And then you are going to pick up from where you left, maybe, or you start all over again the next time. That is a lot of work. That takes a lot of energy. So today, I'm going to give you 5 reasons motivation isn't the answer. The answer is having structure because the structure will help you flow because you have something there that you are following. And even on hard days, you will not, instead of skipping, you are going to do something else, but you are actually moving your body anyway. Not in the same way as the structure is telling you, but you are doing something, at least for 10 to 15 minutes that day. All right? So tell me if you are struggling with motivation, please drop it in the chat. I want to know. Drop it in the chat. If you're waiting to feel motivated to do something, drop it in the chat. I would really love to know. All right. So let's go to the first reason why motivation isn't the answer. Motivation isn't the answer because it is temporary, like I said before. All right. Structure is permanent. That is what is going to help you to flow and do what you're supposed to do. Let me give you an example. You do not feel motivated to brush your teeth every day, don't you? You do not feel motivated to go through your emails at work every day, don't you? But you do it anyway. Why? Because it is built in you. It is a system that is built in you. It's a built in system. You are used to doing it, so it happens naturally, right? You always brush your teeth, you don't miss. So, fitness is the same way. When you have a system set aside for your fitness, you are going to follow the structure. So, it's the same way. You brush your teeth every day, you go to the gym or do your home workouts according to the schedule that you've put aside. All right? I hope you're understanding me with that point. So tell me in the chat, what's number one thing that keeps you saying that you will start something next Monday? What's that one thing that is actually making you say that? I will not start today, but I will start Monday. Drop it in the chat. I would love to know. All right, so let's move to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is decision fatigue. So, decision fatigue, why? Because when you depend on motivation, it's going to require a lot of energy for you to gain it. To gain motivation, you have to like push yourself really hard. And that one is not going to work for you. I have tried it. I know how that feels. You will end up not doing anything and just staying stuck at the same position. So, think about this. You work the whole day, you've had a stressful day, you've been in meetings all day, you've been taking care of your clients. All right. If you're working in sales like me, you take care of clients every day. And then you have energy during the day, but in the evening by 5 p.m., that energy is gone because you're depleted. That is how I feel most of the time. I'm depleted in the evening because I've used most of my energy during the day. So when you feel depleted and you do not have structure or you do not have any schedule for your workouts that you've done a week before, so that you know that, oh, this week I'm supposed to go for training, I'm going to meet this and this person to go and train. If you do not have that kind of system in place, then what you're going to do is to make a decision on that day. Like that day, you're feeling down in the evening, you're depleted. That's why you make your decision. And when you make that decision that day, what do you think is going to happen? You are definitely you're not going to do your workouts. You're not going to the gym or you're not going to work out at home either. And you're not going to go for your walks either. That's what's going to happen because you're making the decision on the actual day. If you made the decision a week before and you have already scheduled your workouts and you know that you're going to meet a certain person in the gym or maybe out for a walk or whatever activity you choose, then you know that you cannot just cancel very easily. you have to show up no matter what. So make sure that you are scheduling in your workouts so that you eliminate decision fatigue totally. I mean, us working moms, we have already a lot going on with our family, at work, and our kids. The last thing we need is sitting down and thinking about what you're going to do in the gym. So if you have a structure put aside already and you have scheduled your workouts, then you're good to go. You eliminate decision fatigue. Reason number 3 why motivation is not what you should be relying on. Identity shift. So, you want to work out, right? If you have the mindset of saying that I want to get fit, instead of saying I want to become a person who works out, that is something different. Instead of saying that I want to get fit, um, there's a very high chance that you are going to miss your workouts, right? But if you say that you want to become a person who works out, that requires some work from your side, because now you have to embody the kind of person that you want to become, the person who works out, which means that you need to have a structure in your workouts. You need to schedule your workouts a week before, which means that you need to have a meal plan and you know how you're going to eat when you're working out. You become the person who is working out. You are actually embodying it. You're not just acting like the person who is working out, but you are becoming the person who is working out. That is the identity shift. And that is so powerful. It is more powerful than saying that I just want to work out. So this one is really going to elevate you. You are going to do your best because you already are the person who works out. Okay? So let's move to point number now. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I would love to read the questions and answer them as well. So I would tell you a little story about myself when it comes to the identity shift thing. I embodied the identity of someone who works out. I plan my workouts, I structure my workouts, and I see to it that it is done, right? I work in sales. And as you know, in sales, um, you have a lot to do and you have a contact with a lot of people. You speak to clients, you take care of calendars, you have a lot of meetings. By the time it's evening, you are totally drained, right? So I have some days where I feel like really, really drained in the evening, and the thought has come to me about not actually going to the gym, but I do it anyway. I take my ass to the gym anyway. Because I know that if I take myself to the gym, I have already scheduled it. I have a structure that I have to do the exercises that's giving me the flow. I know that when I show up for myself at the gym, in the beginning, 10 minutes only, when I'm warming up, those 10 minutes are going to change everything for me, because during the 10 minutes, my body is going to get warmed up, right? I have music blasting in my ears. I'm in the environment of people working out. So after 10 minutes, I'm on. I am in my zone. Okay, I know that after 10 minutes of just doing um, my walking on the treadmill, because I always walk in the incline, 10 minutes is enough for me to just turn me on and I'm ready to go. Turn me on in the way of exercises. So I'm very on and I'm just ready to go. So I do my workouts as usual and then I get home after that and eat a very good meal and sleep. All right. So you see, I do not cancel on myself. I have a structure. I have I have a structure. I have scheduled my workout. I see to it that I show up and do what I need to do. Then I get home. In the end of the day, I go home with a lot of energy. My mood has changed, and I'm feeling very, very, very good about myself. All right. So remember, every time you keep your appointments with yourself, you cast a vote to the identity you are building. You are building an identity of someone who works out. So every time you keep the appointment with yourself, the appointment of working out in certain days, when you keep those appointments with yourself, you build more trust with yourself and you gain confidence in yourself. So you're actually casting votes for you. When you fail doing what you're supposed to be doing, you are not going to feel good about yourself. Why? Because you're letting yourself down. That's why. You will not feel good about yourself, in your body, and in your soul. So, I advise you to actually show up for yourself. When you have an appointment with yourself, show up for yourself. Do not let yourself down. You can let other people down, but do not let yourself down. Okay? You are the number one priority in your life before anyone else. Take care of yourself first. Fill your cup first before helping anyone else. So drop in the chat if you currently think of yourself as someone who works out. I would love to know. Do you already have that identity? Do you see yourself as someone who works out? Let me know in the chat. I would love to know. So if you're not watching right now, you can watch during the replay and uh, you can drop your comments in the chat. I would really love to read them. So the question in the chat was, do you currently see yourself as someone who works out? Do you have that identity today? Yes or no? Drop it in the chat. I would really love to know. Point number 4, or reason number 4, why motivation is not something to rely on. Now, sometimes you have hard days at work or maybe at home. Now, during these days, you are going to be tested, like really tested. So if you do not have structure in place, your workouts are going to move out of the window. They're just going to like shoo, out of the window. That's the first thing that goes out of the window when you have a lot on your plate. How many of you agree with me? Because I know that's true. That's the reality of life. When people have a lot to do, their health and fitness, that's the first thing that goes out of the window. I know that. And don't lie to me. I know that is how it is. Okay? So, oh, so now think as a mom, we really have a lot. We have, while we're working, we have board meetings, we have kids who are sick. Your partner maybe is stressed at home. you did not sleep well, so your mood is just everywhere. Okay. And maybe you are having your menstruation, because I know I have a problem with that. When I have my menstruation, I'm not a nice person to be around. I'm really moody. Really, really moody. But what I want to say is that um, when you have a structure with you and you go through these hard days, the structure is really going to help you and not motivation. Because during these hard days, the motivation is not there, it is just out of the window. So during these hard days, I would like you to actually see how you feel in your body. Are you able to go to the gym and lift those weights? Or would you rather go out for a walk, 10-15 minutes? Or would you rather have a 20-minute stretch? It is still an activity, you are still moving. So you choose what you want to do. That is not stopping, you're actually moving. So you have a structure. The only thing you're doing right now is being flexible. You're actually changing your workouts to something that is relatable to how you are feeling today. Like when I have my menstruation days, I do not lift weights. Why? Because I don't feel that strong those days. What I do is that I go for walks instead and do my stretches at home, because that helps me so much. I'm still moving and it makes me feel good. So I don't know what makes you feel good on those days or on hard days. Drop in the chat what kind of activity you rather do when you're feeling down, when you're having those terrible hard days, if it's not lifting weights in the gym. And I know that sometimes I have hard days if I've had a stressful day at work. What I'd rather do is go to the gym and lift weights. Those days, I go to the gym and lift weights because I need to have an outlet for release. And the gym is my outlet. So I go there and I lift my weights. And you know what happens really? When I'm stressed out, or if someone really did something bad to me, or if I'm not in a very good mood because someone did something, I go to the gym and I lift weights. And those days, I really do very well in lifting weights. I could actually lift very heavy. I could actually lift very heavy on those days. It is really amazing. So those days are good. And by the time I get out of the gym, I'm very happy. My mood has changed, and I feel like I could change the world. It feels so amazing. So drop in the chat what you would rather do when you're having hard days, either at work or at home, or when you're having your menstruation. What would you rather do instead of doing your workouts from home or the gym? I really love to read about it. Let me know. This is exciting. And I would also like to know what your worst days look like. Because I know that my worst days look like my menstruation week, stressful days at work, when someone does something to me that I do not like. Hmm? Those are my worst days. And I know that those days I really go to the gym and I lift, and I'm going to have a very good time afterwards because I release everything and drop it in the gym. So let me know. What does your worst day look like? Share that with me. Reason number five. Reason number five. Reason number five. Now, this one I love very much. This reason, number five, I love it so much because it has manifested in my life. Let's touch on it. So, when you're working out, your kids, they do not see that you are motivated. They see your structure, your routine. That is what they see, not your motivation. They see your structure and your routine. And they also see that you are taking care of yourself. Have you ever thought about fitness in that way? Drop it in the chat. Have you ever thought of fitness as something that is actually teaching your kids something about yourself? Have you ever thought of it that way? Please drop it in the chat. I would love to know. So, your kids, they see you working out, but they do not know what motivates you. They don't see your internal battles at all. They just see that mom is working out, she's having the best time of her life, and she's moving and she's taking care of herself. That is what they see. Okay? They see a mom who works out 3 times a week. They see a mom who loves herself. They see a mom who has self-respect. That is what they see. They don't see your motivation. They do not see your internal battles. And mind you, kids do not do what we tell them to do. They do what we do. They watch us very closely and they do exactly what we do, not what we tell them to do. I think you know that already and you've experienced it in your life. If you have kids, you know this. So, what's actually happening here when kids see that you have a routine and you are taking care of yourself and you're showing yourself self respect? What's actually happening here? I'll tell you. So, what's happening is that you are setting a standard for how they are going to take care of themselves when they grow up. You are actually setting a standard for them. And you are showing them that taking care of your body is non negotiable. That's very powerful. That's what you're showing your kids. You're showing them that taking care of your body should be on top of your list before doing anything else. Taking care of your body is non negotiable. That's a powerful thing to do. And for all moms who are working out and your kids see you and they know about it, kudos to you. Continue doing that because now what you are actually doing is that you are building a blueprint for your kids. This is a blueprint you are actually building for your kids. And they will grow up knowing that taking care of your body is a sign of self respect. And they will take that with them for the rest of their lives. Let me say that again. Mom, if you are actually working out and you're serious about your fitness and your kids see you, you're not just talking about it, you are doing the work, you are building a blueprint that your kids are going to follow for the rest of their lives. And congratulations for that. And actually, this has happened to me. When I started my fitness journey in 2014, I used to take my kid with me to the gym. He saw me working out. He saw me schedule my workouts. He has seen my routines. He has been with me to the gym. And when he became a teenager, he actually asked me to help him work out. So now he is working out as well. I mean, he's a 19-year-old kid who is working out by himself. He knows everything about fitness, more than me. I don't need to teach him anything else because he has seen me doing it. He is now embodying the fitness thing. It is part of his life. It is part of my life. That is how we are. We take care of ourselves first. We take care of ourselves first. And that is so amazing. And I'm so grateful that I am the mother, I am the person who has built that standard for him and built that blueprint for him. I did not get this from my parents. I did not. I did not at all. So I am so grateful that I have built this for my child. And I'm sure that he is going to build the same standard for the next generation. I'm actually changing my bloodline. This is so amazing. Fitness is number one in my life. That is who I am. And people who know me very well, when they hear the name Rispa, they know, oh, that gym girlie. They know, Rispa, the personal trainer, the mom, the corporate professional, the mom who works in sales. They know that fitness is number one in my life. I do not choose anything else before that. So before I help anyone else, I take care of me first. I see that my cup is full before I give to anyone else. In that way, I'm very selfish and I'm proud of it. You should be selfish too. I am very selfish when it comes to my workout routines. I do not play with them. If I schedule my workouts, I'm getting them done. Because I've worked out for a long time now, it is built into me. It just happens automatically. I don't even have to think twice about it. I just move because I know the benefits I'm gaining from them. So, thank you for watching this transmission today. I hope that I have helped someone. I have created a 8-week beginners fitness mom trend system that I actually needed when I started working out, started my fitness journey in 2014. This strength system is going to take you through two phases. The first phase is the foundation phase, where you're going to learn the technique and then you start building strength. The second phase is all about progression. You're going to start adding resistance to your training so that you become stronger, gain confidence, and gain the energy that you need to take care of your family and live your best life. So the system is structured in 2 weeks of workouts. 2 weeks of workouts. Yeah. Why? Because I I recommend 2 weeks of workouts in the beginning because it is better to start building a routine with yourself and building in the habits, having the system so that later on you can add more days. Okay, so just 2 times a week you're going to work out, 2 times a week, and nothing more, nothing less. Otherwise, you're going to be overwhelmed like I see everyone else. You get overwhelmed in the beginning, you start from 0 to 100, you work out 5 days in a week. And then by the end of 2 months, you're done. You're totally depleted and you even lose interest in working out at all. Why? Because you relied on motivation. You don't have structure in your workouts. You work out every day with no rest. That's what's happening. In the end, you are not going to get any results. You're going to get tired, you're going to get depleted, and you are going to give up. So that's why my guide is structured in 2 weeks. Start with 2 weeks, get into the habit, have the routine, have the accountability with yourself, and then you can add on more days. So that is how my program is structured in. Very simple exercises, 5 exercises that you can do from home or at the gym. And it's all body weight exercises. Do not underestimate body weight exercises, especially when you are a beginner, because you need to feel your body when you're working out. You need to feel the muscles where you're supposed to be feeling them when you're doing a certain movement. I also have YouTube videos added on the guide. So you can just click on them and you'll have YouTube videos that are going to instruct you on what to do. So if you are ready to start your fitness journey and not waiting for motivation, I have dropped the link to my 8-week beginners fitness mom strength system in the chat, and I will also add it in the description and in the comments below this video so that you can get it and start your fitness journey. So thank you so much for joining me today for my transmission. Hope to see you next time for my next transmission. Have a good day or evening wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.